Well, I was a teenager at St. Hugh's High School for Girls.
What do you remember from that moment?
Well, what I do remember is that for the last time we sang God Save Our Gracious Queen, Long Live Our Noble Queen. Isn't that something? We used to sing that. And then, well, if I ever tell you some other songs we used to sing, things like Britons never, never, never shall be slaves. Can you imagine? Anyway, so we ended that, and I was there as a member of the choir that sang at the on August 6th, and watched the British flag coming down and the Jamaican flag going up, and we just lifted our hearts and our voices and we sang the words of the Jamaican national anthem. Of course, Eternal Father, bless our land. And actually the words were done by Reverend and Honorable Hugh Sherlock and the Honorable Robert Lightburn. Those were the people involved. And the music was by Mapletop Poole and his wife. And so we had to recite the pledge before God and all mankind. That was wonderful. The feeling, if you ask me for my feelings, then, I mean, it's now 62 years later, but what I remember is that some words come to my mind. Words like pride on that night, great expectations, pageantry, spectacle, joy, and to quote Professor the Honorable Rex Nettleford, smaddification. Or if I want to quote the CCRP founder, Mrs. Jean Laurie Chin, she said it was euphoric.
What does that moment mean to you?
Well, there are some things that I think of. Putting off some of these colonial attitudes and colonial ways of thinking. Of course, we were grown up in it so much that it was a part of us. But little by little shedding some of that and taking on this with a lot of seriousness, our Jamaicanism, who we are as a people, And as I moved from high school over into university, I think I took with me that feeling of I am a Jamaican. There was a feeling of identification with each other and caring for each other and caring for the surroundings and so on. And I don't know, there's a word I'm searching for that we've lost a bit of over the years, and I would love to see us recapture that as we remember. It's a gentleness, a kind of gentleness of spirit that the Jamaican, yes, we are assertive and all of that, yes, but there was under the assertion, we had this gentleness of spirit. Our grandmothers and our mothers and our fathers, grandfathers would nurture us. And that is something that you ask me how I feel that we should recapture. But I'm not going to lambast the modern generation because you all are evolving and that's fine. We have to evolve with you.
What was the atmosphere like at that?
Yes, at school and even out in the community, Jamaicans, words cannot adequately express the feeling as I joined with Jamaicans from all walks of life. And as we witnessed that lowering, as I said, of the Union Jack and the raising of the Jamaican flag with the black, green and gold. But there were float parades. They still have that now. There were garden parties, or what we used to call fair, or garden, fairs no, but garden parties. Special church services, of course. Street dances. We got independence memorabilia. We had the mini flags. We had cups, plates, pens, and there were 5 shillings Jamaican stamps, 5 shilling stamps. And can you believe that it was just recently on eBay that a souvenir wooden handle spoon was advertised for a little over $14 US. Yes, a souvenir wooden handle spoon of our independence. Many children and adults line the streets and welcomed Princess Margaret, the sister of the Queen Elizabeth, as she was Jamaica's guest to the celebrations. And of course, we had Sir Kenneth Blackburn. He was the governor at the time who handed me my prizes and certificates at St. Hugh's High School at the graduation. Well, he had to step down. For me, we were poised as Jamaicans to sing our own song with confidence, pride and self-knowingness. We were a people emancipated from mental slavery and with a consciousness of self-reliance. Actually, I'm quoting one of my practitioners at my church, Vance Gardner. He actually said this on one of his talks in August a few years ago. I could go on forever, I really could go on forever because the memories are coming back to me, the memories. But if I wanted to say a parting word, it would be to say, I appeal to Jamaicans to go back to the unity of a nation that has been given the responsibility of managing its own affairs.